Breaking news at this hour, level 2 evacuations have just been put into place for the west side of Deep Lake. That is up by Medellin Falls. Level 2, of course, meaning get set, be ready to go at a moment's notice. A fast-moving brush fire is there on the west side of Deep Lake. So again, all residents on that west side of the lake in Stevens County are under a level 2 evacuation because of a wildfire. And also breaking tonight, Idaho State Police are asking for your help to find a missing, endangered 5-year-old boy from Fruitland, Idaho. That's just outside of Nampa, but authorities all across the entire state are looking for him tonight. His name is Michael Joseph Vaughn. He was last seen wearing a blue Minecraft shirt and dark blue shorts. Anyone with information is asked to please call that number at the bottom of your screen. Well, new tonight, once again, Spokane being singled out in another national report as one of the most competitive housing markets in the country. According to the National Association of Realtors, we now rank in the top 20 of U.S. cities with the biggest housing shortages. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Whitney Ward. Mark is off tonight. So we begin as that new national report is ranking Spokane as one of the top cities in the country, feeling the pinch of a severe housing shortage. And it comes as no surprise to many local renters. Our Morgan Trow is in the newsroom tonight with more from some who are seeing the effects firsthand.
Whitney, I spoke with a family of 8 who moved to Spokane a few months before the pandemic began. They came because of our hospitals, but now they wish they never left Idaho. Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward says Spokane is in the middle of a housing emergency. This as thousands of people are seeing spiking rents and the region is facing a housing shortage.
Shot up through the roof, and we're barely making it as that is.
2 years ago, Jared Blomstrom and his family of 8 moved from North Idaho to Spokane, settling in a 3-bedroom house in West Central. Before the pandemic, his rent plus utilities equaled $1,600 a month. Now, he says it's more than double to almost $3,500.
Now I got to go out and find a job, and living on Social Security only goes so far, but now with raising rent, I can't afford that.
Blomstrom says he never missed a rent payment during the eviction moratorium, even as he dealt with one of the most dangerous and costly diseases, cancer.
And then having to deal with all the doctor's appointments and surgeries that I've had to go through.
He uprooted his life in Bonners Ferry to seek medical help from Spokane's hospitals. With increasing medical bills, he can't afford his higher rent. Since he pays month to month, he has little to no protections for future rent increases. And because he isn't behind on rent, he has struggled getting financial assistance. Blomstrom says moving is hardly a better option. With Spokane's housing shortage, houses and apartments in his budget are hard to come by.
We've tried to find other housing, but they go within a day. We've been looking at moving into an RV, so we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard spot.
The tenants union is holding a meeting over Zoom to educate renters on their rights and also answer some legal questions. The event will begin at 5:30 in the evening, and we have everything you need to know about it and how to sign up on our website. Reporting in the newsroom, Morgan Trow, KREM 2 News.
Well, the search is still on tonight for the suspect considered armed and dangerous. So stop what you're doing and take a look at your screen. That's 38-year-old Zion Carter. He's accused of shooting a mother and her daughter this morning at their home in Airway Heights. Police have confirmed that Carter was married to the mother. He's believed to be driving a silver 2018 Nissan Rogue. The Washington license plate there is at the bottom of your screen, BQT0555. Police are urging anyone who sees him or that vehicle to immediately call 911. Thankfully, we are able to report that both the mother and the daughter in that case are awake and alert. According to the victim's father, the whole incident started this morning when neighbors said they heard gunshots and just a short time later got an alert on their cell phones to shelter in place. When police arrived at the scene, they found Carter's wife and her daughter inside with multiple gunshot wounds. The victim's father told us today he never imagined spending his birthday this way.
It's a great birthday present today for me.
Today's your birthday.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh. So that's my birthday present. Oh, my daughter and my granddaughter are alive.
Now, we did confirm today Carter does have a lengthy criminal history that kept him in prison for the last 22 years. In 1999, he was convicted of robbery, assault, unlawful possession of a firearm, and custodial assault. He first arrived in prison in October of '99. He was released into community supervision just in March of this year. New tonight, a plane crash in California that killed 4 people may have possibly come from Coeur d'Alene. That crash happened around 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon after the jet was making its final approach into the airport at Lake Tahoe. It went down in a forested area right near the airport.
Yeah, the plane was just sideways and it was face first. Plunging, in a nosedive into the ground, and then I ran.
The FAA has not identified any of the 4 victims yet. They have said 2 people were passengers. The other 2 were crew members. Boise is now requiring masks at all city facilities starting tomorrow. It applies to everyone regardless of their COVID vaccination status. Those masks will now be required at all places like City Hall, city office buildings, libraries, and recreational facilities. That announcement coming as the CDC issued new bombshell guidance today on masks, announcing that people in all areas with significant transmission of COVID should be wearing a mask indoors, regardless of their vaccination status. They're also recommending all staff and students wear masks in schools from kindergarten through 12th grade, again, regardless of vaccination status. And just today, coronavirus cases here in Spokane County hit triple digits again for the first time in almost 2 months.
I'm going from recommending that you think about it to really strongly encouraging you to do it, if at all possible. It's the best way to protect yourself. More importantly, it's the best way you can protect those around you. And it's the best way we can continue moving the community forward, which at the end of the day is what we all want to do.
Now, we have not yet heard from both Washington and Idaho health officials about whether they will be requiring masks again anytime soon, but we do expect an update from Washington Governor Jay Inslee at 10:30 tomorrow morning, so we'll be sure to bring you those updates starting on KREM 2 News at noon. In the meantime, Eastern Washington Congresswoman Kathy McMorris Rogers responded to the CDC's new guidance today, saying the agency is deeply undermining vaccine confidence. Her statement reads in part, mask mandates for more command and control will not build trust, only resentment. She went on to say public health officials must listen to parents like me who are concerned about the harms of masks to our kids' mental health and their emotional and social development. If you would like more information on the CDC mask guidance that was just announced today, text the word mask to 509-448-2000. We'll send the most up-to-date link right to your phone. Triple-digit temperatures slowly creeping back into the forecast, and the city of Spokane says it will now extend its cooling center resources. The one at the Loof Carousel will be open from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. on days until temperatures are below 95 degrees. Now, Spokane Public Library locations will also reopen and will be available as cooling resources. So with that, we want to go straight to meteorologist Michelle Boss, who's actually outside on a very lovely, cool evening, but we know the heat is on the way, right, Michelle?
Yeah, so we were pleasantly surprised that it was a little bit cooler today. Those thick clouds really held our temperatures down. We're going to see those clouds tomorrow as well, but I think they're going to break up a little bit in the afternoon, and that's going to allow us to warm up a little bit more tomorrow than what we were today in the middle and upper 80s. It's really going to depend on how long that cloud cover holds in the morning or into earlier mid-afternoon. Currently 70s in the Spokane and Deer Park area, 60s across North Idaho, and 60s and 70s across the rest of the inland Northwest. Current air quality is in the moderate category. It's been going back and forth between good and moderate, and expected to do the same tomorrow unless we see any new wildfires, so keeping our fingers crossed there. We still have some thick cloud cover and a few sprinkles possible during the overnight hours, but once the sun comes back out on Thursday, it is going to get hot. So temperatures in the 80s tomorrow, but 98 on Thursday, and we could be near record heat on Friday and Saturday with highs in the low 100s.
All right, we'll get ready for it, Michelle. Thank you very much. In the meantime, level 3 evacuations are still in place for the Sherwood fire, which is burning near Welpinit tonight. So take a look at this map. Everyone who lives in and around these roads are all under those level 3 evacuations. That fire has burned about 1,000 acres. It's considered 30% contained. Also tomorrow, DNR's Commissioner of Public Lands, Hillary Franz, will visit that fire line. New tonight, though, one crew member tested positive for COVID and is now in isolation, and 3 additional crew members are now in quarantine pending test results. There are also level 3 evacuations in place for the 2 fires burning in Okanogan County tonight. The Cub Creek fire, which is north of Winthrop, has burned over 51,000 acres, and the Cedar Creek fire northwest of Mazama has burned 33,000 acres. Both fires tonight, we're told, are 13% contained. For the latest on all of these wildfires burning across Washington and Idaho, just text the word FIRE to 509-448-2000, and again, we'll send that link right to your phone.
What's worth all of that pain? What was worth it? What were you fighting for that day?
Democracy.
4 officers testified today before a select House committee about the day of the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. Up next, hear their emotional testimony.